Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more EU4 Peasant Emperor, the Peasant Emperor. We spent some time between episodes looking around, and I found something that I'm actually pretty happy with. It looks like a direct war deck on Friesland is actually, sorry, Friesland. Let's say it right now. This would still be easier if Burgundy wouldn't honor the call. Only fighting Friesland and Oldenburg would be easier, but just attacking Friesland directly and fighting East Frisia and Oldenburg is actually pretty doable. We know Oldenburg's probably going to march off and go fight against France, because France is currently at war with him. If he leaves, then it's just our army, our allies' army, our army versus these two countries' armies. We can probably do that. Even if we just siege down Oldenburg and don't actually win the war with the war leader, we can full occupy Oldenburg, separate piece him for humiliate to get the age bonus and power projection, and we win. We come out ahead that way. So what we're gonna do is, and yes, someone in chat had just suggested one thing we could do is if we rent our army to France, even for free, we can start the process of sieging down Oldenburg, or just go kill his army. And then after 18 months, we could revoke the contract so that we can assume control of the siege progress of Oldenburg. That's another possible thing. It's just France, and we would have to give the troops away for free. Here, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire this advisor. We're gonna get our economy in a good spot. We're gonna overbuild our force limit, and we're probably gonna want to have 12, I think, enough that we can match the front line of Friesland, whatever. Let me just think for a sec. With the income that we have, if we go to 10 out of 9, let's out your calculators. 10 divided by 9 is that. So that's going to be the extra amount that you pay on every regiment. We have pure infantry. Maintenance cost is 0.21 per month. So 0.21 times 10 infantry times 1.111111. So we're going to pay 2.3 ducats a month in land maintenance is effectively where we'll end up. So that minus what we're currently paying, we're going to lose about 0.45 of the gross number that we have. If we go up to 12 troops, it'd be real bad. Maybe we just stick with 11. I think we can afford to be at a slight deficit, but 12 is probably too many. Calculators. That's right, we have a calculator emote just for times like this. I'm going to ask for access through Hamburg again, just so that we can get black flagged again if we want to. And we want to keep an eye on that Oldenburg army, which is now marching away. With that in mind, I'm definitely renting my army for free to the French. We're going to need to secure military access here, so let's get access through some Verden people. Get access here. He won't accept even free troops because of this bullshit no land access to capital thing. I am going to rent the entire army. And actually, I'm just going to go with 10 troops for now. If we can pre-start sieging Oldenburg, then I don't want to be over the force limit. Alright, so we got to do some shenanigans, annoyingly. We will cancel access here. Go here. Crap, I did that. Okay, we can get black flagged instead. That's fine. Diplomats free, that's dumb. Bremen won't give us access, this guy will. So we need access here. We get black flagged. We rent our troops for free to France. We send them home. They get unblack flagged. And then we march into Stad again. Sorry if chat is talking quickly. I am unable to pay attention at the moment. I'm focused. This is a great opportunity. Oh, this is so cheesy. I love this. So we're going to threaten to siege this down. Oldenburg is our rival. And actually, before I forget, I think we do want to set our third rival now. We're almost definitely going to fight French Friesland. French Friesland, whatever it's called. Ah, shoot. Maybe he would have even paid for us. That. Renaissance will be here in real soon, so let's hold off on tech. Chat is dead silent. Good. Why are we making money? We're making more money than I thought we would. What's going on? Oh, because of loot. Right, of course. All right, in that case, yeah, I think we will trade one more troop. And I guess we'll top off relations with our people we have to top off relations with. Renaissance will be here in 100 minus 95.07 divided by 0.44 equals 12 months. 12 months we'll have the Renaissance. Then we can embrace Miltech 5. Oh, so much opportunity. I think I'm going to start free spying. On Friesland, just for siege ability and so that we can get another claim on his capital. How goes this war between Burgundy and France anyway? France is the aggressor. He's winning. It's the conquest of Auxerrois, which is occupied. It is a fort, and it looks like he just took it. See how the garrison's at 100. So he just got the war goal, and it's going to be difficult for Burgundy to get it back. Looks like France is winning handily. There's always a chance the Burgundian inheritance could fire, which would end the war instantly, which would be bad for us, but whatever. Let's also spy on Oldenburg, just for siege ability. What ideas do we plan on taking? I have no idea. No clue. We could do polls on it. Awesome. Gotta love disease outbreaks with your entire army. Also have to keep in mind that there's not that much loot here. We're gonna run out soon. So this army will... We're gonna start losing economy soon. Will I revoke the priveligia or just become the emperor? The plan is to revoke the priveligia as Protestant. We want to be Protestant when we do it. Just because I want to. Contract can be revoked in May. We're gonna do a cheesy tactic if we need to. At this point, the plan is still to declare war on Oldenburg, preferably. Instead of fighting all three of our rivals, we just want to fight two, one of which has an army that's gone. But I don't want to lose sight of this other opportunity, so we'll keep it kind of open. Oldenburg wouldn't defend because of occupied and besieged, that's expected. Burgundy will officially not defend him. Yeah. So I think what we're doing in this war then is we're going to declare, as soon as we're able to revoke our troops from France, we're going to declare on Oldenburg. We're going to co-belligerent Friesland. He will call in his allies, which include East Frisia and Oldenburg. Oldenburg will already be in the war, so he's really just going to call in East Frisia. We will fight all three, but the secondary call to arms will take anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks before he actually joins the war. In that time, we'll be able to go murder Friesland's army, and then we will use Munster's army to help us kill East Frisia. Oldenburg will just be off doing nothing. And most importantly, we're going to start the war with a free occupation of the war leader's capital. Follow me? Follow me? Follow me? That's the game plan. That's what we're doing. Unless something changes between now and later. Another disease outbreak. Sweet. What I like to see. Contract expires May 15th. It's pronounced Friesland, like freeze. Are you just continuing to tell me that I'm wrong? Oh, right, and then I don't remember when it was, but I noticed that we did actually get a cardinal because we have a 30 development capital. So we can try to become the Curie controller. We'll just do a single click. So the trick we're going to do is that if we make too much siege progress as we are rented out to France, and we risk actually sieging Oldenburg down, we're going to employ a tactic to fix that problem. Okay, we can embrace institution for $1 whole due. We'll take Miltech. Actually, we will not take Miltech. If we take Miltech, there's a chance we will stop being a valid rival for these guys. Granted, we're a one province minor and they're a one province minor. Not going to risk that. I will risk a 7%. If the fort falls, I'm going to be super mad and we'll probably need to squirrel. But, you know, 7% of the time never happens. It just never falls, right? So we're like 3 months away from when we want to revoke our contract. And there's a 21% chance that we're going to take this fort. We have a cheesy tactic we can do to prevent that, which is, while the game's paused, tell our army to go somewhere else and then stop going somewhere else. Because we never left, the siege status is not lost, but the siege timer is reset. So we no longer make progress. So we'll just do that over and over again until it's time to revoke the contract. And then we never have to worry about accidentally taking the fort. No! I mean, technically we can still declare the war, but now we don't get the free siege of Oldenburg. I like that the Burgundian inheritance fired. That's interesting, but it's ruining everything. All right, chat, what do you say? Squirrel or no squirrel? Right, I'm black flag, so I've got to go home, which means the status is going to tick down by 1 per day. I feel like a black flag is totally... Sorry, not a black flag. A squirrel is justified, even. Chat is agreeing. For the record, just in case you're watching this on YouTube, the vast majority of people... Squirrel, 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 squirrel. Squirreling is when we do this and just sort of, oopsies. Oh no, EU4 crashed. Better turn it back on again. And then the game will go back to its last Iron Man save, last autosave. Can't you just leave 2 troops there to never win the siege? Free Dave Brown, that would not work because it's a condottieri stack, which means we are not allowed to split the army. We rented out 10 troops to France for free, but because it's still technically a condottieri contract, we can't split it. And the one thing you do need to be aware of is if you do that trick where you move your army off of the siege while it's actively sieging a fort and the game is paused, you don't lose your siege status. The siege status would decay at a rate of 1 status per day that the fort is not being sieged. But the thing you need to know is that if you have a wall breach, those, for some reason, do get instantly reset while the game is paused. So imagine this. Your army is besieging some fort. You freeze time with your magical stopwatch. You issue a command for your army to go somewhere else, but then change your mind. As you look back at the walls, they have magically been restored. Makes no sense, but that is what happens. The wall barrages or wall breaches will get reset using that tactic. Just be aware that it can slow down your siege. If you, like, say you have like a 40% chance of taking the fort, but you've had a wall breach or 2, and then you do this trick, you're going to miss out on a lot of your potential progress because you're losing your wall breach status. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now watch this 7% actually fall. Nope, supply shortage that time. Okay, no Duke of Burgundy. Duke guy. I caught spying on Oldenburg. See, it's a different reality now. I'm actually willing to risk a 14% chance. I don't feel lucky today. I don't feel lucky in this run. It's not going to happen. See? See? Fine. Okay, please don't end my war early. We actually can time it. Let's see. Contract can be revoked May 14th. Our siege ticks take 33 days, so let's reset the siege tick roughly 33 days before May 15th. So like April 15th, April 20th, something like that. That'll be the sweet spot. Do April 17th. That feels lucky. That way we actually get to take a tick right as we declare the war. All right, let's do a quick check on all the things. Let's pull our ships back. Stop the drill. Okay, Burgundy still won't defend. And the next part to this trick is we're going to promise Munster land. We're going to call him into a war, even though we don't have 10 favors, and not give him anything, and he'll just have to be okay with that. Probably. Or worst case scenario, we separate peace these guys for humiliate, and we still don't give him any land. Alright, so we're going to mark all of this as vital interest. Which changes Munster's willingness to join because we don't own him favors, and does not want any Oldenburg land that we haven't claimed. Well, what if we could cheese that? We'll say, just kidding, I don't actually want that land. Call him in on a promise of territory. Co-belligerent Friesland. I think we're ready. I think this is going to be fine. Declare the war. While the game's still paused, as we declare, we will remark that as vital interest. And now he won't be upset for reasons. Okay, we are hostile to Oldenburg, which means we can cancel the contract with France without losing our, without becoming black flagged. We have a right to be here because we're now at war with Oldenburg. So by canceling the contract with France, the army is now ours, and because we're still hostile, the siege shall continue with 28% chance, and bam, 34-day siege of Oldenburg is over. As expected, East Frisia has not yet joined the war. Secondary, like a co-belligerent ally, has to wait to be called in. He's not going to come in for a while. So we're going to march this way. Get access through here. I'm going to march over to Groningen. Hopefully this army doesn't get caught by that 9-stack. Now Friesland joins the war. Sorry, East Frisia joins the war. We should be spying on him as well for siege ability. Now that we're at war, please tell me I remembered the rival, the third guy. I did. Now that we are at war, we can take Miltech, and we have no risk of losing our valid rivalries due to relative strength, because we're already at war. You don't lose rivalries while you're at war. We can also take Admin Tech, which we'll do. We can upgrade our unit type to better infantry. I'm not planning on engaging that army just yet, so let's wait till the end of this month. Like right around now, and I think we will upgrade our unit type to that one. That lowers our morale, but that's okay. Let's say don't attach to me. Actually, no, do attach to me because I want you to just help me with my sieges. The game plan here is to just piece out Mr. Friesland separately based on the occupation of this. Our ally has no ships. We're never going to get naval superiority over these guys because they're AI on very hard. It's just literally goddamn impossible to beat their navy. So that occupation, in my rough estimate, I said we'd get maybe 20 war score, right? We have 21 war score. It'd be more if we didn't have to deal with the blockades from their fleets, but I see that he's attacking us. It's going to be in flat terrain. It's 22 versus 20. We have a tech advantage. We do have low morale, but our morale damage is based on our maximum morale, and we have some of the best max morale in the game. We have 4.02 max morale compared to them. So even though I just upgraded my units and they have really low morale, as long as they don't break, they will inflict more morale damage per day of combat than anyone else, and we should be okay. Probably. May 15th. If we continue through, can we just skip for a second? Yeah, I think I'm going to march through, and we're not going to take that fight. I want at least a little bit more morale recovery. Unless he's not going to come here, in which case we will do the siege. If we had naval superiority, this would be so much easier. All right, I know that we just started this war and it's super interesting and crazy and stuff, but Peter's already leading. Peter was in charge of the 1-stack, so when I combined the armies, he took over. Anyway, I can take a short break here. We're gonna look around the map a little bit, talk Twitch chat and all that stuff, and we'll be back in the next episode if you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Yes, I agree. We should cancel the military access requests we have. Actually, no, that's not true. I don't want to. Yes, right now they can march to my capital, but they're going to be able to get access anyway. So I'd rather me be the one with the access because I can cancel it and potentially get them stuck. I'm going to keep the access. All right, see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you soon.